And then I was going through the comments and I saw a comment that said, it's been a bad squad. He's 1-2-2. Give him time. And I'm like, who could this be? And I tapped on the guy's page and it was a bloody Chelsea fan, bro.
And he makes it look like he's not even trying. That's what annoys me. And when he did the post interview, they were asking him like, "Oh, did you think you would scored the last one to make it 5?" He said, "Yeah, he just like, Jesus Christ, man doesn't care, man."
If you give him some more time, I honestly think if you give him 5 years, like in general,
I don't know if this guy is being sarcastic or not, bro. I swear.
Alrighty, we're here again. Welcome everyone to the Pitchside Banter Podcast, episode 3. I'm yours truly, Harrison, and I have with me two great compadres once again. Let's start with you, David. Introduce yourself once again for the people.
Yeah, hey everyone, I'm David, it's your boy Rose. Welcome back to Pitchside Banter.
Rose! Oh! And of course, my second best compadre, Edem.
Yeah, hello everyone. This is Edem. Happy to be here.
Edem with the steez and with the vibe. I like that, bro.
All right, guys. A lot has happened this past week. A lot has happened in the world of the Premier League. We've seen so much in terms of our teams, and that has really affected our fantasy league, which is called KPL, Kent Premier League. Some people have moved up and down the table as a result of some absolute disasters, of absolute ridiculous players that we put in our FPL. But hey, it is what it is. Guys, we have so much to discuss. Let's start with Liverpool, man. I tend to feel that Liverpool is probably a silent contender. Do we agree? Like, is Liverpool that silent contender? Because they are top of the league, by the way, aren't they?
So I would say Liverpool are contenders, man. But the thing is, it's not an Arne Slot thing. They were contenders regardless. They have the squad, so okay. He's doing well. So they are doing well. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree, David. The team he inherited is a good team. As most of the players, I think all of the players are still Klopp's players. So I think a lot of people expected them to do okay. So I'm not surprised that they are right now at the top 4, top 5, but they still have a lot of tough teams to play.
Are you guys then saying that Arne Slot doesn't have any credit or shouldn't have any credit? Because it seems to me as though it's like everyone is kind of, dismissing Arne Slot, like it's not really down to him, or I don't know.
I don't think we're dismissing Slot. Nah. If you heard what I said the squad itself it's a title challenging squad. That's what Klopp has assembled. Maybe bar a few players, but obviously we also said Slot is doing very well. But no matter how good he was, if the players weren't good enough, he wouldn't be in title talk.
Big
as
time.
Simple as that.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yo, I also have to say, Gravenberch just seemed like a different player, man. Like an absolutely different player. I think he also won the Man of the Match.
Transformed, man.
He's transformed, man. I don't know, from Liverpool fans' perspective, Edem, like, how have you seen? Did you think it was going to be this good? Like, was this supposed to be this good?
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Oh, here we go. This stuff again. All right,
Edem,
football fan.
Stop running away. You're a Liverpool
scouser.
You're a scouser, bro.
I'm not. I'm retired.
When and why did you retire?
I've seen Liverpool win everything I wanted them to see in my lifetime.
Oh my days! Oh my God, this has seen everything. Okay, there's nothing more to watch in football then. All right, thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah, to be honest, I just watch it as a social thing and entertainment thing now. Not with too much heart invested. Just to pass the time, But yeah, anyway, on your point on Gravenberch, him and Gakpo, I would say, are the two most improved players in the squad. I'll still give Gakpo that nod because whenever he's played this season, AC Milan, the last match, he's looked dangerous every time he come on. I don't know what they did to the Dutch boys, if it's the Euro 2024 and then they injecting something in them, but they are playing very well.
Oh yeah, they're really doing good. I have to say, but I'd say this year. I know we're only six games in, or 5 games in. I don't know if I'm cutting it right, but it looks to me that Liverpool. I don't know if they have the squad depth to push through, like to push this momentum, because everyone has always thought it's going to be Man City, Arsenal. But now Man City and Arsenal, both teams are basically on the same points. They've won 4 and drawn 2 each. So it's looking interesting. Like, are we not considering Liverpool? Are they, like a question was asked in the first place, which was, are they silent contenders?
There's nothing silent about it. They are first on the table. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Harrison is just saying silent because man doesn't want to say dark horse again.
It is what it is, man. But moving on from Liverpool, man. Liverpool, I mean, I could care less right now, to be honest. They're doing well, so I can't say anything about them. But Man United just lost against Tottenham, man. And when we were speaking in our own group chat, like, why did you think, or why were we expecting to beat Tottenham? The reason I was expecting to beat Tottenham.
That's not what I said.
No, you were asking, are you Real Madrid? That That's what you said.
You said, how can we lose to Tottenham? And I said, why are you Real Madrid? Why you cannot lose to Tottenham? You've lost to Tottenham before, like the season ago.
No, hold on. No, hold on, bro. In the last 7 times we've faced Tottenham, the last 7 meetings, Tottenham has only beaten us once.
That's not true, bro. You beat you 6-1 like 2 years ago. What are you talking about?
No, that was in COVID. 6-1 was in COVID.
So what? It's not football.
There was no playing. No, I said 7 times. I said 7 times, bro. Calm down. That was in COVID.
Tottenham have beaten us even 6-1 at Old Trafford, bro. So losing to them is but losing to them is not like a first time. It's not a shocker, right? It happens, especially in the states we are right now and have been for like a year or 2. It's not too far-fetched to see Tottenham coming to beat you at Old Trafford.
I think I'll do something else.
Yes, it's literally not that big a deal or topic.
That's all.
No. Listen to my point. You guys are getting
the point. It's okay to disagree. We can agree to disagree and move on.
No. This is my point here. This is my point. My point is very simple. Because, like, you asked me, why did you expect to win? It's not about, is it possible that you cannot lose? I'm not saying it's impossible to lose.
Okay, so why did you expect to win?
Okay. That was my point. Because my point was, like, the reason why I expect to win is because the last 7 times we've played them, they have not beat us. They have only beat us once. And also, if you look at both teams coming into this game, I would argue that Man United has played decent enough football and should be beating them. That's my point. So, like, obviously, notwithstanding, I don't think there was any Man United fan that was coming to this game thinking we'll lose 3-0, 3-0. Come on now. Come on. The result was devastating, but that really makes me wonder, should Ten Hag be up for the sack? Like, I think this guy is on the edge, he's on the edge. Like, you can't play like this at home to teams like Tottenham, even Liverpool. Liverpool played us out of the park. It should have been 6-0. Onana made so many key saves. Werner was, if that was Son and not Werner, bro, it would have been 5-6-0 today. 5-6-0 at a minimum. I'm telling you. So I don't even know, what guys are thinking, but I'm really wondering what you guys think. Like, is Ten Hag up for the sack? Or should he be?
I don't think that he should be sacked. Just because. No, listen to me. Let me finish. If you sack Ten Hag in game week 7, what manager are you going to bring in that's going to manage Ten Hag's players? What is going to be the
interim coach? Van Nistelrooy.
Okay, cool. Right, sure. You're going to take Van Nistelrooy as the interim coach, and if that doesn't work, then what's going to happen? You might as well let him finish the season.
Sack him and get another interim.
I mean, that's a United way. So if that's what you guys want to do, it doesn't bother me, right? But you might as well use this period to actually find a coach that will, I don't know, do a long-term project of United like you thought Ten Hag would do. If you're not going to give him the time, you should spend time finding a new coach and then sack him. But if you're just going to sack him out of the blue and give it to Van Nistelrooy, you might as well make him stay. That's my view.
Is he the right man for the job? Should he take United forward?
Ten Hag?
Yeah.
Probably not. I feel like given this is his third year at the club?
Yes.
Yeah, third year.
Okay, given the fact that it's his third year, And I don't watch United ball in depth, so I think you and Harrison will be better capable of answering this question. But I don't really see an improvement in the style of play from last season, right? I feel like a lot of times, especially with Dallo, I don't know what his issue is, but I feel like that's a very weak point for you. And I feel like a lot of teams know that. And it seems like United doesn't know that. I may be wrong.
Dallo is being played at his weak side because we don't have a left back. We haven't had a left back.
Yeah. That's true.
But
That's true.
I don't think that's a big enough excuse though, but yeah.
No, that's just one of the things people are using to play through you. People say, I don't know. I don't think he's a man to take you forward, but I also don't think you have a different coach at this time that could replace him. So I think he should stay, to be honest. I think you should give him some time. Maybe like 5 years. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. I feel like you should give him an extra 2 years to try and sort it out because he brought all his players. What do you think?
Man, where do I even begin? So at the beginning of this season, I was part of the crew that said, let's give him hope. You know, we didn't do well last season, but there were a lot of extenuating factors which affected our results, our performances last season. You know, injury crisis. You know, having players like Luke Shaw in your left back, and then Malacia, who had like a 1 in a million injury, had to go for surgery, has been out for 18 months. So you say, okay, let's give this guy benefit of the doubt. He managed to win a trophy. At the end, he beat Man City. So you know what? Let's give him a chance. To be fair, a lot of fans said, nah, man, let's get this guy out of here. But some of us said, he's 1-2-2, doing a decent job. I mean, Ineos is in now to improve the structure, even though the club has been run backwards for like 17 years under the Glazers. Ineos have come in, made some improvements. So we're like, do we keep this guy for this new journey or do we get rid? So some people are saying, let's keep him. Some people have said, let's get rid, regardless. To be honest, I was one of the guys that said, do you know what, let's give this guy a chance. You know, first season was decent, second season was awful. But now we're in a situation where we have had some good games this season and we have had some terrible games this season. And I think that is more of the same from last year. I don't know how this guy goes from having a decent game where there are positive prospects and then the next game is just like total capitulation. You would think, okay, this is a decent game. Let's build on from this. And then let's have a run of games where we play consistently. But we never play well in back-to-back games. It's just like, oh, yeah, one here, one there. Other one, we're shit. Maybe we're lucky. On another one, we're shit. We may still win, due to player quality. Sometimes there are good runs of play. Sometimes it's just like looking like hoofball. The DMs can't keep the ball. He's looking like he doesn't like ballers. He just likes more of headless chicken runners, So it's like, what do we do? At the beginning of the season, I do stand by the fact that he deserved a chance to manage under this new structure. And one can argue, if you give him a chance, then are you going to take away that chance after 6 games? But you have to go by what you are seeing on the pitch. You have to go by what you're seeing on the pitch. And when you see rival fans saying, hey, Ten Hag at the wheel, I saw something very funny. After the match, the official United Twitter account posted the results. And then I was going through the comments and I saw a comment that said, it's been a bad squad. He's 1-2-2. Give him time, And I'm like, who could this be? And I tapped on the guy's page and it was a bloody Chelsea fan, bro. So I believe when you get to the point where rival fans are so in love with your manager and they want him to stay and they want him to do well, the writing is on the wall. I saw something somewhere. There's a famous YouTuber called Rants that posts podcasts about United. Man said, look, if everybody else thinks your girl is not fit, then your girl is probably not fit. there can't be problem with everybody else, and you are the only one that has good eyes. Everybody else can be wrong. So he's like, fam, if everybody can see something about the manager, then definitely, I think it's time for us or whoever is still backing the guy to know that, bruh, it's probably time to dip. Edem makes a good point about, do you get rid of him now? Do you get an interim? Do you wait? I don't believe he deserves 2 more years, but I believe he can deserve till December. Let's see what he can do. But if there's no improvement, then there are managers out there like Tommy Tuchel, Nagelsmann, Amorim, Inzaghi. There are managers out there that United can poach. So I believe it's time if there's no improvement between now and December. So yeah, that's it.
Harrison, before you talk, I just want to ask the two of you a quick question. Do you both remember how long? I mean, it wasn't really, you were not really like functioning adults, I don't think, at that time. But do you remember how long it took Ferguson to win a Prem when he came to United?
I think 8 years.
David, what do you think?
Nah, how long it took Fergie to win a Prem?
Yeah.
He came in 1986. Our first Prem under him was like 1992 or 3.
Big ball knowledge. It took him 6 years.
Yeah. 6 years. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
When football had more patience. All jokes aside, I'm right now the ball isn't great, right? I'm sure it wasn't great when Ferguson first took over. If you give him some more time, I honestly think if you give him 5 years, like in general, I think it's.
I don't know if this guy is being sarcastic or not.
I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being genuine. I genuinely think you should give. Even look at Klopp, bro. Look at Arteta. They both had like I think plus 4 years or 4 years minimum in the club before they started to turn things around.
Yeah, bro, but bro, the football was getting some identity by season 3. Club had identity by season 2.
That's true.
So, like, what are we doing here, bro? Do you understand? All I need to see is a clear vision. Do you think if we were playing football like Big Ange, I would be complaining because of a couple losses? Nah.
Yeah, because they play a high line and they always concede.
Nah. ETH plays a high line. But the problem is he doesn't stick to whatever he does. We play a high line this game. Next game, after an average of 4 games, we find out that we have one of the deepest lines of all teams in the Prem. He's not consistent with whatever ideology he wants to put. So how do you want the players to be confident in your ideal when you have no ideal you believe in, man? Are you high line or are you low line? Are you counter attack or are you possession? Are you transition? You can't just say a transition. These are the problems.
Yeah,
you can't be
David,
doing all. If you're jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, but David, I might have to push back a bit on
Go ahead.
the comments about the performance this season. If I could, I noticed quite like early on in the season that I really like how they build up. I felt like the build up play has really improved. And
Build
if you
up
check,
is decent, yes.
Yeah, it has improved. And if you check, in terms of defensively, we've conceded less shots than last season as well. It's one of those things where one of the things that frustrated me last season, we just didn't have any control of the midfield. And I have to say as well, like the build-up play, even in the game against Liverpool, in the first couple of minutes, I think the first 15 minutes of that match wasn't as bad. It's just what just annoys me is that the moment there's a breakthrough in midfield, you have what you have. Like you observe what's happened today with Van der Ven, where you have someone run through the middle and no one stops them. Even in the game against 20, when 20 scored a goal, what happened? We actually got it back a bit. Eriksen gives it away, and you have someone run through the whole middle and score. This Van der Ven guy is rapid. Fine and good, I give it, yes, he's rapid, he's strong and everything. But what has always annoyed me is when they lose that, when there's a turnover in possession, what is your composure? The midfield still doesn't have that composure when there's a turnover in possession.
You make a good point, Harrison. However, I have to cut back on you on that. This is tactical setup. I'm on a Twitter group chat where they were saying strong runners always destroy Ten Hag systems. And
yes, they do.
I've always been arguing that, strong runners can destroy any tactical setup because that's why they are a profile that people want. Because they can destabilize any tactical setup. Because when they run, players leave their position to tend to them. And that leaves teams off balance. But as a manager, this can happen to you every single time you attack and you lose the ball. Because you are vulnerable every time. What's your tactics for your rest defense? What's your tactics for when there's a turnover and transition? As a coach, even if your players are headless chickens, you have to find a way to marshal them. That's your job.
Yeah, but David, once again, what we're talking about, I'm just trying to, go on the initial points here we're making about, okay, what are the promising signs? Because you're asking, okay, what are those signs you could see, right? I'm just trying to say that we should probably put things in context. But look, all I believe in generally, if I could just round this up real quick, is we need to understand that, I personally, I understand that it's not easy, okay, to get some things in place. I strongly believe that Ugarte is still not up to par yet, but generally, probably give Ten Hag to December. But for me, he's on really thin ice.
Ugarte is my baller, man. Bro just came
Yeah,
in like 5 games.
yeah. So it is what it is, man. So, and I watch Chelsea matches these days, man, and I'm jealous. David, as a United fan, I am jealous when I watch Chelsea.
You said you finish
Uh,
above them.
I
Defend
know,
yourself.
I know, but bro, oh my days. I was watching Chelsea. Cole Palmer is a demon. Yo, oh my God.
Palmer is a generational football
And he
player.
makes it look like he's not even trying. That's what annoys me. And when he did the post interview, they were asking him like, "Oh, did you think you have scored the last one to make it 5?" He said, "Yeah, what?" But he just like, Jesus Christ, man doesn't care, man.
He
Man
gave
doesn't
2 world-class passes that could have been assists. He could have had 4 goals and 2 assists.
And I'm seeing Sancho make assist upon assist, and bro, what is this guy on, man?
Sancho has only 1 good assist since he got to Chelsea, and that was yesterday. But the other assists are just, it's just English media dick sucking.
Oh my days. Why do you say so, bro? Why do you say so?
Dude, hated, adored, never ignored. This is Man United. We sold him. We are shit currently. He score. He gets assists.
We loaned him.
I mean,
No, it's a loan
we
obligation to buy.
loaned him with an obligation to buy, so he's definitely a
Okay.
Chelsea player. Yes, so
Okay.
he's basically
All right.
sold. When they do that kind of deal, it just means they want the transaction to be on the books for the next season. So, anyways, he had a good assist yesterday, but the first 2 assists, obviously, normally the English media don't even care about Chelsea like that. But obviously, there's a way to link it to Man United. Former
might
player,
disagree.
Man United attackers are not doing so well. Sancho has been outcast. He has gone. Now he has 2 assists in 2 games. Bruno has 2 assists or no assists this season. I mean, the story writes itself, literally.
Yo, Edem, I've not heard your point of view on this one.
I didn't watch the match, so I don't have much input on this. All I know is that I always maintain that Chelsea will probably finish above you. Or I suggested that you're
And you maintain Palmer in your FPL.
Yeah, of
Oh
course.
my God! Yo, okay, let me move on. Let me. I don't want to. I'm going to come back to that FPL stuff, but because everybody that had Kopama, oh my God, they are all. Oh my God! If you didn't have Kopama this FPL, man, this FPL week, you are on a long thing. I'm telling you, man. And
Scoring 4 Premier League goals is not normal, I promise you.
who would have thought it would happen? Man,
didn't this happen against Wolves? Didn't he score a hat-trick and assist a goal or something?
Yeah, first of all, 4 goals, like all in the first half. And bro, the free kick goal, we just skipped past the free kick goal, by the way. Hey, God of mercy.
That free kick was astonishing.
The guy he can do everything. He can be a 10. He can be a 9. He can be a 11. He can be a 7. He can play everywhere.
Where are you getting this 9? Where are you getting this 9 info from?
He has played as a striker before for Chelsea.
Bro, he was a striker for Man City, bro.
Yeah, he's played there. He's played there.
He was a striker in his youth days.
Oh man, the guys are standing, and I really, at this point, I think Edem's probably right. Probably we are going to lose, but probably not going to get above Chelsea this season, except something terrible happens to them.
Oh, why have you changed your tune?
I just watched the match.
You watched all the matches before, and you still had that notion.
I know. I just watched this match. Tottenham just slapping this devil out of us, and then Kopama doing what he did. That's what maybe changed my mind. So it is what it is, though. It is what it is, man. And obviously, the compounding woes reflected in our FPL. Hey, my days, man. Oh, my days. David, I know you and I didn't do well this week.
Absolutely torrid, horrid week.
And Edem,
Same
please,
for me.
you know what, Edem, I need to give you the floor because you need to tell us the secret to your success this week. How was it that you were able to be so successful? And how many points did you gain, or what was your points haul for this week? Again, just remind everybody, remind the gang, remind everyone.
I don't know what my points all was because I captained Kopama and I didn't save it.
Oh my days!
So
You
I
vice
didn't
captained him
What?
actually. He vice captained him. He didn't captain him.
See, Harrison,
He
bro,
vice captained
listen
him.
to what I'm saying.
Okay,
Listen
go
to
ahead.
what I'm saying.
All right, go ahead.
I said I captained him and I left my page on. Like I didn't save it. So I wasn't invested in the thing this week. So I don't really
You
know.
weren't invested and this was your week.
Yeah, I wasn't invested in this week.
Just typical of Edem, man. Edem will just start making sound as if they didn't put any effort and he still won. It's okay, sir.
I didn't say I didn't put any effort. I said I wasn't invested. I knew what I was doing. I'm just saying that I didn't go the way I wanted it to go. Because
But you knew a reasonable man can translate that as you saying.
vice captain Kopama. Oh, and then you captain Salah, right? So, I think that was literally why.
I don't have to say, using my wild card and not getting Palmer seems so fair. Like, what was I thinking? I had Jota. Diaz had an amazing week. Switched him for Diaz. Jota 7-pointer. Diaz 2-pointer.
Oh my days, man! And yeah, man, it really played out terribly for David and I, especially. But David, like, how did your week, FPL week, how did it really turn out? You know, what was it like?
Bro, as you know, it's a terrible week, man. Like, one of the worst ever. I have one more possible player that can do something for me, which is this Bournemouth guy. But that's it, man. I thought Onana has been doing well. I got him in thinking he would do something for me. I mean, call it supporters blindness. You know, in hindsight.
Supporters bias.
In hindsight, because I should have not brought in Onana, but hey, it happens. I think that buy will come good later. But yeah, man, my wildcard week went just like Edem's wildcard week went. Not so good. Hopefully it comes good soon.
yeah, it's a long-term investment, bro. Don't stress.
Yeah, man. And for me, yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what came over me. I decided to do bench boost for this game week. And literally every one of my bench didn't play.
Yo, that bench boost was bookie, bro.
Oh, bro.
I was like,
Cash didn't play.
Who's on your
Fabianski
bench?
didn't play. Oh my days, man. On my bench, oh my.
Who's on your bench?
Yeah,
I was
so
like,
on my
what
bench.
this bench boost?
No, man. On my bench, I have Cucurella, Muniz, Cash, and Fabianski. Obviously, I didn't expect Fabianski to play, but I was hoping Cash would play, or Muniz would play, or Cucurella would play. But then Cucurella played, but he got 0 points. And Muniz got 1 point, and Cash and Fabianski just got 0. So I just bench boosted for no freaking reason.
Typical.
But do you know what's funny? If I didn't bench boost, I would have gotten 29 points. If I didn't bench boost, I would have gotten 29 points. So I guess there you go, man. And of course, I put in Son and Ahmad for my team, and both of them didn't. I mean, Ahmad came on, but didn't do anything, and Son didn't play; he was injured. So
yeah, man. At the
terrible week.
beginning of the season, Ahmad was looking like a nice catch, but
Yeah,
now
man.
the way ETH has the team playing, it's not looking good.
But why didn't ETH even start him? Anyway, that's another conversation for another
That's
day.
another conversation, exactly.
But it's one of those things where I don't know, man. But look, next week we're having the next game week is obviously Saturday, the 5th of October. We're having a couple interesting fixtures. I think one of the interesting fixtures next week is Man United v Aston Villa. Interesting game. And of course, Brighton plays Spurs as well. I think these two games will be a very, very nice watch. Which games are you guys looking forward to next week?
David, I'm so sorry. Harrison, so like the game versus Aston Villa, like, is that a team that you can't lose to or what?
Edem.
No, I'm genuinely asking you.
Bro, we always beat them, but I'm not confident. Maybe
I'm not confident. I'm not gonna lie. Like what I watched today is terrible. It's terrible, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I just think that game, Ten Hag is on a run of games where if he loses to Aston Villa and Porto, and I just lost to Tottenham, yeah, bro, fans are not gonna be smiling, Anyway, it is what it is now. Let's just quickly move on because I don't know, man. But this past game week, of course, we had so many draws. Like, City drew with Newcastle. It was Aston Villa drew with Ipswich and this and that and the other. It brings me to Man City, of course, just to close things out. I'm really, really interested to know what you guys think. I wouldn't say Rodri is being missed at the moment.
People like you who are on the Rodri out conspiracy, we're going to always eat all of that result.
Yeah. Look,
matter of the fact is that game could have been drawn regardless of Rodri being available.
Thank you. That's all.
Guys, you guys, what is going on? How did you guys? Have I even finished my statement? I didn't even say anything about Rodri. I said I wouldn't say. No, I was saying. I wasn't going there. Oh my God!
You weren't going there. Why did you mention it?
Because I wanted to make another point. You. Yeah. I don't even know if I could call you, sir. All this guy, people they wait to tackle person. Anyway, I was just trying to say, like, I wouldn't say obviously Rodri was missed per se because obviously that was more of those kinds of performances where I believe Newcastle was defending. Burn, is it Dan Burn and the Haaland? That matchup was crazy, wasn't it, David?
Yeah, man. Actually, Haaland might have picked up a little injury himself.
So yeah, is it his ankle?
Yes, on his ankle. I think his left ankle.
Yeah. I think it really showed how you should play Haaland. I think Dan Burn, although Haaland still got some, he got some things, some opportunities.
Haaland just wasn't on it.
Yeah. He just put him off his game.
On another day, he scores 2 that day.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
But Newcastle, they had some opportunities, but that penalty I think was a gift to them. They really needed something out of that game, and I guess the penalty was an opportunity to get something out of the game.
Exactly.
But, great goal by Vardio, very good goal by him. I think he really, really showed his class there, man. That guy can score with both feet. Really, really good player.
What do you mean that the penalty was gifted to them?
Newcastle didn't have many clear-cut chances. That's what I mean. So the opportunity to get that penalty was what's it called? Was a good one. I think it really helped them.
Right.
So without further ado, is there anything? Is there anything else you want to discuss? I think we've covered everything, though.
I was just going to ask if you thought that was actually a penalty or not.
It was.
Okay.
David, what do you think? I thought it was.
I think if it's United, they might not give it, but it was a pen.
Wow, the conspiracy is crazy. Sure.
It's all facts.
United that they give like 20 minutes extra time for.
When?
You guys are Fergie time? The time will appear from nowhere, bro. Before you know it, there's like 10 minutes have passed. We'll say it's only 5 minutes.
Fast. Game is good.
Man say fast, man. But guys, if I could quickly go back on something we're discussing, which I know we had to just quickly finish up on that here, in terms of how long is enough? How much time is enough for a manager to stay in a job when things aren't going so well? Because Edem made the point that it was 6 years before what's it called? What's his name? Fergie won the Premier League, right? Arteta has been there. He's been there. He's come 8th twice. He's won 1 FA Cup, and he's challenged for the last 2 years, and it was really close. Jurgen Klopp was with Liverpool for 7 years. He won the Champions League. He won the Premier League, which Liverpool hadn't won for more than 30 years or up to 30 years. And obviously, he actually won 1 trophy before leaving. But how long is enough? Because this is like, sometimes when we have to analyze something, I always feel that the measure of a coach or of a manager is how well you do in the league. The FA Cup win last year was great, but I still wasn't like raring to go. Obviously, I supported him being there, but I feel like if you had like a Nagelsmann or someone, you could bring them in, in place of Ten Hag. But like, what do you guys think? How long is enough, especially at a big club? How long is enough to have a manager stay in a job, to try to make things work? I'll start with you, Edem.
We are living in a Pep era, right? So the league is unnecessarily competitive. Please let's start with that, because Pep has driven the football standards to be crazy. So please let's start with that, right?
You need Pep like 95 points to win that.
Exactly, bro. It's even insane that like Arsenal. I think Arsenal drew and lost one game last season and they didn't win the Prem. Something like that, right? Something off like that. Cool. Managers should get time. Like 3 years for me, I think is short. Especially if you're walking into a team where the style of football has changed so much from manager to manager to manager. As uncomfortable as it is to witness for fans, the manager does need to settle in the team for like 5 years. Me, that's what I think. You may not like it.
Oh, 5 years.
That's what I think. That's what I think. And that means that the recruitment staff, the people above the manager, the sporting directors, everybody who is in charge of the football club, need to actually look and pick a manager that they will be willing to invest in. If you can invest in a manager for 5 years and it doesn't work out, I feel like then you can take the sack. Unless there's like a special position where maybe like, what was the manager you said? Is it Nagelsmann becomes available and you think, okay, Charlie, let me just switch it up real quick. Otherwise, 4 or 5 years, give them a chance to actually do something.
Edem, could I ask a question? Because this is probably not on the same level as the same club level, but West Ham, if I'm not mistaken, West Ham had David Moyes for about 5 or more years, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously, thankfully they got a Conference League. Is it Conference League they won? A Europa Conference League trophy. That was their first European trophy in years, many, many years. So, but then eventually, things got stale and he had to leave. But is that necessarily the case? You could also look at Arsene Wenger. Stayed a long time. But towards the end, it felt as though, they just went in. Arsenal wasn't just cutting it. So does it have to be 5 years, or is it actually dependent on, if you're going to bring someone in, shouldn't it be dependent on the philosophy of the coach that's leaving? Because I feel like United has to be really clear on the style of play and, how you want the next coach to slot into the system. I really like what Brighton is doing, right? I don't feel like any coach that has come in since Graham name now? Yeah, thank you, Graham Potter. Since Graham Potter has been really different. De Zerbi comes in, tweaks a little something here and there, but it's still pretty much the same. The same thing now with Ursula, and even Liverpool just, they were like, I think Liverpool has just said to themselves, okay, this Jurgen Klopp style, this style of play generally is going to be our style of play. And the bring and a slot in, it's not much, the deviation isn't much. But then look at United. And this is what David was even saying before about being badly run for the past couple of years. You go from your Mourinho, from your Fergie to your Moyes to your Mourinho to who has, I haven't forgotten some of the guys. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And then now to Erik Ten Hag. These are coaches with different philosophies. I don't know what you think of them.
You're forgetting that before Graham Potter came, they had Chris Hughton there for a long time before they decided to switch to new style of football. Before Klopp came, they had Brendan Rodgers. They had I'm blanking on this guy's name.
Benitez.
No, not Benitez. There was a manager after Benitez, but I hope you get my point. Yeah. There was a different manager before they committed to a new style, and Brendan Rodgers was at Liverpool for some time as well, right?
Yes, he was.
So before they got Klopp, before they got Graham Potter, and now they have chosen this is their style, there were still periods where they didn't have it. That's just the period United is in. But each of those managers still had time to say, I'm going to try. Brendan Rodgers had time to try, and he didn't win, right? Klopp came. Luckily, if Klopp was sacked after the second, third season, Liverpool wouldn't have what they have now. If United values Ten Hag like that, then keep him. If you don't, just make sure the next manager you're getting is someone that you hope you can trust for that long period of time. David, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, spoken like a true fan there, mate. I have nothing, nothing to add to that. Edem is absolutely correct. The mismanagement of the club has been so bad that the players in the squad are a mixture of different players from different styles who suit different styles from different different managers, and some people are so caught up in their emotion that like they hate Ten Hag. Some fans, they're like, this guy's the worst manager that has ever come ever since Fergie has gone. And a lot of these things, there are some things, when you're looking at it from more of a logical perspective, without your emotions, like you're so angry, there are some
Yes.
things you are able to see.
Yes.
The guy is not all bad, but the question is he good enough for where we want to go? When you compare him to Klopp, he has to show what Klopp showed. Like I'm sure you guys from season 2 were like, hey, this is how we play, and once we get players over the next 5-6 windows, we'll be unstoppable. But even now, like some people are not sure about his talent ID. Even when he has the players, some people are not always happy with his first 11s or his in-game management. That means your subs and the time in which you make your subs. So he has to show more if he wants to be given a 5-year chance. With what he's showing, he shouldn't reach 5 years and he should be gone in a little bit. So we have to watch that space, man. But tying back to your question, just real quick, on how long a manager should get. How long you get should be on what you're showing. If you're not showing progression or getting results, then you can't say you deserve 3 years. You have to show something to get time to show more. Klopp showed something, Arteta showed something, and Pep obviously showed something, and that's how you keep your job.
They wanted Arteta out. They wanted Klopp out as well.
Yes, they wanted him out, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, but he started showing something eventually, So ETH isn't gone now. So if he starts showing something, then he'll keep his job consistently as well.
I guess we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for your contributions and your time. Thank you, listeners, for listening in. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you share with your friends, talk about it, comment, all of that good stuff. And goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me, Rose.
Yeah, Harrison, thank you for having me on. Next time.
All right. Yes.